Dober fantasy players, let's take a look at some fantasy running backs who may be sleepers in NFL Week 4 fantasy play. When you have the chance to target the Colts defense in Dober matchups, you take advantage. That's exactly what Dober players have the opportunity to do this week as it concerns deploying Chris Carson. Seattle's running game was expected to be muddled entering the new campaign, but surprisingly their top option at tailback appears to be Carson. He had a quiet Week 3 outing, but that was because the club fell behind and abandoned the run sooner than anticipated. This weekend, however, that should involve a significant workload as the Seahawks most likely cruise to a decisive win. Andre Ellington looks like he has assumed control of Arizona's backfield after Kerwin Williams and Chris Johnson performed poorly in their stints as starters. On Monday night, Ellington led all Cardinals running backs in snaps by a wide margin, and he converted his 10 touches into 81 total yards. Arizona has San Francisco up next, a defense that could be reeling after yielding an ugly 41 points to the Rams. Considering what a disappointment Isaiah Crowell has been up to this point, it may be time for owners to shift focus onto Duke Johnson, who could be looking at a bigger role moving forward. Johnson has already been notably active in the passing game for DeShone Kizer, and he is coming off his best game of the season. In Week 2, he tallied 80 total yards as head coach Hugh Jackson continues to find multiple ways to involve Johnson to take pressure off his rookie quarterback. When a team switches offensive coordinators, they usually get someone more involved or light a fire under a struggling player. With Joe Mixon, they appear to have done both. The Bengals offense had by far its best game, and Mixon was a large reason for that. Laser likes to run a lot of shotgun, and that benefits someone like Mixon the most, as it creates mismatches throughout the field. Up next, he'll have a delightful matchup versus the woeful Browns. With Darren Sproles going down for the season, that means there are plenty of touches up for grabs in Philadelphia, so look for second-year man Wendell Smallwood to be the biggest beneficiary. While LeGarrette Blount is technically the starter, it was Smallwood who played considerably more snaps in Sunday's win over the New York Giants. He had a big day against New York and expect him to be more active when Carson Wentz drops back under center.